Welcome to the Lynn Lineup, a program which focuses on events happening right here in the city of Lynn. Here with me today from the Commonwealth Amateur Baseball League, we have Mike Carpentier, the president, and Tim Antonellis, one of the officers of the board, and we're here today to talk about their 2016 Commonwealth Amateur Baseball League All-Star Game, which is set to happen Friday, July 15th, 6 p.m. the gates open, 7 p.m. the game starts. Admission is free, and it's at our very own Frazier Field. We're going to talk about this event a little bit more in detail, but first and foremost, I'd like to give our guests an opportunity to explain who they are and what they do. Mike, let's start with you.
Well, thanks for having us on. We really appreciate it. I'm Mike Carpentier. I'm the president/commissioner of the Commonwealth Amateur Baseball League, or the CABL as we call it, and I also coach one of the teams, the Boston Cubs.
All right, great. So you're a man of many hats with the organization.
Too many hats sometimes.
All right. So Tim, we were talking a little bit about what you did before the show. Why don't you make our viewership a little bit more aware?
Certainly. So Sean, thanks for having us on. I'm one of the officers in the board of directors for the CABL, and like Mike, I also manage one of the teams that are in our league.
Awesome. So the league, the Commonwealth Amateur Baseball League, has been in existence for the last 2 years. This is the second annual CABL All-Star Game. Tell me a little bit about the organization.
Sure. So the Commonwealth Amateur Baseball League, like you said, we've been around for 2 years. We grew out of a former league that's no longer around, but we're a nonprofit. We exist for 18 plus players. We're sort of cover a wide geographic area. We've got teams up here on the North Shore. We've got some teams. We've got a team as far as Pepperell, as far down south as Foxborough and Canton. So we cover a large area. And we're a nonprofit, and every bit of what we do goes back into the field and getting guys to play baseball.
So you guys, nonprofit organization, nonprofits focused on communities. Can you give us some examples of what you guys have done in the community?
Sure. So we've done a few things, and we've only been around for a little while, but we've done a few things. One of those that we're really proud of is last fall, we hosted the first annual CABL Classic to benefit Coaches vs. Cancer, and it was done in conjunction with the American Cancer Society. And it kind of just grew out of, they contacted us to see if we'd be interested in doing something, and we said, how about a baseball tournament? And so last Labor Day, we hosted 7 teams. The umpires volunteered their time, the fields were gracious enough to volunteer their services, and together we raised over $3,000 for the American Cancer Society.
Outstanding. So that's in your first year you guys were able to do that. Expecting big things in the future. You know what's really cool about your league? We were talking about it before at the beginning of the program about some of the other leagues that are around the area. They have different type of age groups, but you guys are 18 plus and anybody can play. So there's a wide range of different talent levels. Tim, I want to talk to you a little bit about this. What does it mean for somebody who's 18 years old to be able to come out and play baseball again?
It's exciting to have these kids come out here, and if they don't have anywhere to go after they finish up high school, it gives them a place to play. Same thing with college players coming back from their time at school and nothing to do during the summer. Keeps them out of trouble, gives them some more baseball to bridge the gap between their next season in college. So. Plus being able to get those guys that finish up with nowhere else to go once they've finished school, if the bigs aren't in the picture for them, being able to do this is great for some guys. Yeah,
I mean that's a really important point to make, because a lot of people when they're young, you can achieve anything, and when we play sports we want to be like the pros, we want to be like the guys we see on TV, but the reality of it is that only so many people from each generation get to do that. So the fact that this league exists and it's competitive baseball and they can still play against other towns, it's just really got to give them a certain sense of pride for one thing, but also that sense of baseball community. The game itself it's huge. It's America's pastime. That's what we talk about. But in the city of Lynn, I mean, all the high school teams, they got baseball and softball. So it's really, really big. Plus we've got the North Shore Navigators right in here. So there's got to be a reason why you picked Frazier Field. Let's talk about that.
Sure, yeah, and Frazier Field's a beautiful field. We used it last year as well for our first annual All-Star Game, which went great, and we're very happy to use it again. And it gives you a sort of that Frazier Field has a lot of history. Right. Minor league teams have been there. Major league players have come up through there, so it's nice to be able to have a sort of professional atmosphere. We get some fans in the stands, the concession stands are open, the PA is going, got the walk-up music going. So it's nice for all the guys to reward, the best 50 players in the league, and we've got some really good talent in this league. So to really reward those guys and have a nice night where you can be nice little professional setting, and
Right.
Fraser really allows that.
That was one of my favorite parts about playing sports, was like hearing like the lineup, and all this kid playing with the Sean Donner. It was like, wow, that's really cool, and like your family's up in the stands. So yeah, it does. It gives you a real sense of accomplishment at the same time. So I want to talk a little bit about the event again. Friday, July 15th, 6 p.m. gates open, 7 p.m. the game starts. Admission entirely free. This is at Fraser Field. Why is admission free?
Well, it's an amateur baseball league. We're here to provide with the community, whether it's playing or watching baseball. We're a nonprofit. We're just here to give back to the community, give to the fans, give to the players. So be honest, I don't think charging admission ever really crossed our minds.
Awesome. So that's good stuff. Tim, I want to talk a little bit about just the overall event. I mean, if anybody's on the fence as to why they should or shouldn't go, why should they go?
It's just a great night of baseball. Friday night, nothing better to do than go and catch a ball game, have a hot dog, and grab yourself a beverage. And this is the best of the league. So you're not seeing the average ball player. You're seeing the best of what our league has to offer, and that's fun baseball to watch.
Right, all-star games. This is some of the best stuff you can get. I want to say thank you to my guests. That's it for the Lynn lineup. I want to remind you again, the Commonwealth Amateur Baseball League 2016 All-Star Game set to happen Friday, July 15th, 6 p.m. Gates open, 7 p.m. start. Admission is free, and it's down at Fraser Field. I want to say thank you to my guests, Mike Carpentier, President, and Tim Antonellis, the officer of the CABL Baseball League. That's it for the Lynn lineup from the studio here at Lynn Community Television. I'm Sean Donahue, wishing you all the best.